right. Yeah. All right. What's going on, guys? It's No Limit Eddie back with another live stream. All right. You guys know how that type of stuff goes already. All right. Super excited to have you guys all here. Today's going to be this live stream real quick. I know I didn't go live Sunday. I typically do try to at least go live on Sundays, but that was not the case. Yesterday I ended up not doing a lot of stuff, man. I ended up falling asleep, but I did a lot of but that's beside the point. Either way, I didn't go live yesterday, so I'm going live here today for you guys. I know some of you guys are having a 3-day weekend, so you guys will probably still be able to tune in today. So yeah. Now today we're going to be talking about my last video, why Black Americans are leaving Tanzania. There's a lot of comments there. I probably just will read through the comments and then give my response to them in today's video. Or today's live stream is probably what I'll do more than likely. But everybody come in and smash the like button, guys. Everybody come in and smash the like button. While we're in the process of getting up to 10 likes, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about what's new with No Limit Eddie, right? Give you guys a life update, I guess you can say. What up, MU? What up, MU? Recently, I found a bookstore out here. And I went ahead and picked up this book. It's called Never Split the Difference. It's a book actually written by a former FBI negotiator. He would negotiate hostage situations and things of that nature. And so in this book, he basically is talking about the art of negotiations, art of persuasion. One of my favorite subjects to study is persuasion, psychology, what influences human beings to make certain decisions, so that I can implement them into my own life. And then also, everything that I do kind of revolves around communication. And so as a result, the more I can study the art of communication, the better I get at what it is that I do. And it's called Never Split the Difference. And I found a bookstore that had it out here and have a lot of American books actually. And this is the first time I found it. I was actually trying to go to the store to get some soap. And then the store was closed. The store was locked. So I ended up just walking up and down the street, going up to this other store to get some, just to check it out. Everybody smash the like button, smash the like button. We're waiting to get up to 10 likes before we go ahead and get into the topic of today's video. Giving you guys a quick rundown of what's new with me in the meantime, between time. But everybody smash the like. We're going to be going through, reading some comments, reacting to some comments from my last video, why Black Americans are leaving Tanzania. There was a lot of deflection within the comments. And we'll just talk about that whole situation in today's video. I think you guys will like the topic. I can't even see the lights because my screen is super blown out right now. But anyway, while we're waiting to get up to 10 likes, Look like we have 5. So get 5 more of you guys to smash the like. 5 more of you guys to smash the like. I'm just giving you guys a run through about what's new with No Limit Eddie. What up? We got Tamara in Tanzania in here. What up? So yeah, this is the book. If you're in here, let me know. Drop a chat so I know who all is in here. So yeah, picked up this book. Never Split the Difference. Been a pretty good book so far. Enjoying reading it. That's kind of what's been going on. Other than that, basically I've been trying to kind of shut off social media for the most part. Not necessarily the posting aspect. I want to continue to post, but the consumption aspect of it, I'm really trying to focus in on building a foundation for different businesses and things of that nature. And I want to just lock in right now and build the foundation right, do it right the first time so that I can just run with it. So that's kind of what I've been working on as well. So I've been buying a lot of courses about copywriting, and implementing that, writing out new sales pages and just doing all kinds of different things. That's kind of what I've been focusing on recently. But yeah, I'm excited to make this video with you guys. Everybody come in and smash the like. There was a lot of comments on our last video. Man, and we're going to go ahead and break into them and talk about them and things. There's certain comments you can't even really reply to in the comment section. You got to just kind of read them out and then talk through them. And there might be people who are on here who left the comments, and we might have dissenting opinions. They may think one thing, I may think another thing. So today might be a really good live to kind of voice everybody's opinions, voice everybody's thoughts. I feel like a lot of people in the comment section of that video didn't really speak on to the main points of the issues. It was more so just a blame game about it's not the fault of this country, it's the fault of the people, not the fault of the people, it's the fault of the country, and different things of that nature. So So as a result of that, yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. Let's get 2 more likes on this live. 2 more likes on this live. All right. I appreciate that, guys. And while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna get me a water bottle real quick so I can drink some water. It's hot out here. All right, so we got a couple people in here. We need everybody to smash a like. If you don't know how to smash a like, if you have your phone like this, flip it up straight like this, exit out the chat, and then smash the like button. And if you watch me on the computer, then minimize the window by hitting that little square on the right and then smashing the like button. We want to get up to 10 likes on this live. The more you like the video, the more YouTube decides to share it out to people. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good day. Let me know what all you guys got going on. Today was my first day back in the gym. We hadn't been in the gym for a while. I mean, we hadn't been in the gym for a while. Everybody was having their own issues and different things like that. But I think everybody's straight now. So first day back in there. So that was fun. That was entertaining. Today I've been just editing videos all day long. I just want to all right, we got 10 likes. Appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So the other day I dropped a video, man. It was entitled and I don't know if you guys hear the mosque going off in the background. Why Black Americans are leaving Tanzania. All right. And you know, a lot of people had stuff to say. There's 187 comments on this. So there's a lot of people were talking nonsense. All right. A lot of people were talking nonsense. And so we'll go into some of the nonsense and some of the positivity as well. So we just read it all comment by comment. And I don't know if I should sort it by newest to oldest or we'll just read them as I see them. So a guy named Carl Lane. I heard a lot of African Americans saying Tanzania is unwelcoming to the diaspora. It was once the number one country on my list, but I think as a person of African descent, having to leave the country every 90 days will make me feel like a permanent tourist. I'm looking for a place I can call home. I will say that if I moved to Tanzania and found this issue to be a deal breaker, my next move would not be to return to our former slave plantation. I moved to another African nation. All right, so that guy just left that comment around 19 hours ago. So again, this is kind of one of the reasons why I make this type of content, because there's so many people who are looking to visit and travel to these different countries. And like I said, for somebody like Carl, my videos are informative in the fact that it's allowing him to know that, hey, the visa situation is very serious. You know what I mean? Him being an American, he never dealt with visa situation before. And like he said, he's seeing a lot of videos talking about people saying that it's kind of unwelcoming. And as a result, that's what my whole hope is, that I can inform people like, hey, you can go to Tanzania. Tanzania is a beautiful place. My recommendation, however, is not to try to make that your new home. If you're coming to Africa to try to make it a home, Tanzania is a place where it's an uphill battle, where it's a really it's a real fight to be able to stay into that land. And not everybody is desirous of having to fight when they're coming back to the continent. Most people are coming back to the continent in order to feel a sense of peace, in order to feel a sense of home, just like you said. And so one of the big things that I try to do within my videos is not necessarily tell people not to go to Tanzania. I still believe Tanzania is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever been to. You know what I mean? You can see certain sites and you can learn certain things and you can experience certain lifestyle that is very much averse to what it is in America. And I definitely think that every Black person should experience, you know, going to a sub-Saharan African country and living there for a month, 2 months, 3 months. But if you're looking for a place to call home, I wouldn't recommend a place like Zania. You know, I would much recommend a place maybe like Gambia, where people are not complaining about visa situations, where people are more so complaining about little drama within the communities, but it's not a visa situation people are complaining about, right? So shout out to Carl for that comment. Raheem Muhammad Ali. He said, I don't understand why these brothers and sisters are having such a hard time in Zania. I lived there for nearly a year and had no problems. I thrived there. I think many of these problems from our people coming there, but not having income stream to maintain themselves. They try to go to immigration and handle things themselves, speaking no Swahili, and become frustrated with the civil servants that don't cater to them. You can't go to another country without an income stream to support yourself. I am retired and I have money to keep my visa current. and I have a friend to run interference for me, no country is going to make exceptions for us because we're Black Americans. We are foreigners. We also have to follow their laws. Many of us lived in the West so long that we are actually ugly Americans. We feel privileged and want to be catered to. As I said, I thrived in Tanzania, had Tanzanian friends who continue to communicate with me to this day. You can't go to a country with a few dollars in your pocket and expect their government is going to help you to live. People need to grow up and exercise some intelligence before running off somewhere. All right, awesome. So this was a good comment. This comment, I think, let me see, got 17 likes and such on and such forth. There's a lot of replies to this as well. You know, I think there's a lot of problems they face as well. You know what I mean? So we'll read this one out. So first and foremost, Raheem Muhammad Ali. So he more likely is a Muslim individual. He doesn't have a profile photo or anything like that. Tanzania is, I think, a majority Muslim country, or maybe split 50-50. And that may play a role in it as well. But he said he lived in Tanzania for about a year and he didn't have these type of problems. He was able to thrive because he had income to maintain himself. Now he's no longer in Tanzania for one reason or another. He didn't explain exactly why he's no longer is or is not in Tanzania. But I agree with him on a point where you should most definitely have income coming in order to maintain yourself in any country and on a continent, off the continent, wherever you are, you got to have income coming in. Now, again, not speaking Swahili, yeah, most African Americans when they go there, they don't speak Swahili. But everybody that I was around definitely was doing their best to learn it. You know what I mean? Everybody was doing their best to learn it as a means of being able to communicate better, to go do things in the markets and things like that. If you guys watch my videos, I was definitely doing my best to learn the Swahili and to practice the Swahili and negotiate at markets, using the language, using the numbers and things like that. I think a lot of people do the same thing, though. I am retired and have money to keep my visa current. Now, again, some people will say like, you got to have their income stream coming in, but their income stream is retirement. Now, most people who are watching this now, if you're around my age, you will not ever receive retirement benefits. That system, everybody come in and smash like. Everybody come in and smash the like. Please don't come in and watch the content without smashing the like button. Liking the video is free and helps to get the content shared out to as many people as possible. All right, so we want as many people as possible coming in and watching it, so we have as many thoughts and opinions to react to. All right, so everybody smash the like button. Let's get up to 20 likes. Let's get 8 more of you guys to smash. No, 9 more of you guys to smash the like button. 9 more of you guys to smash the like button. All right, I greatly appreciate it. Now, if you're somebody who is watching, but you actually don't like me, you actually despise me, smash the dislike button as well. Okay, it helps me all the same. I appreciate it. And so, most of us who are my age, 20 and up, we will never see retirement. That system is gone. And on top of that, with the way that inflation is rising, who knows how long the US dollar will even last. So we can't really expect people to honestly and truthfully wait for retirement to come around. That's really not a plausible, it's not a viable method of income. Nobody has 30 years, 40 years to wait before coming to the continent. You know what I mean? So that's one thing about it. And a lot of times people will say like, you got to make income, you got to have income, but they won't teach you how to go ahead and make the income. And so that's kind of an issue within itself. It's kind of like you tell a gang member, hey, stop gang banging, but you don't give them an alternative. You got to give people alternatives. Hey, stop smoking. You got to give them an alternative, most likely, in order to put their energy, time, and effort into. So if we can highlight the problem in somebody, let's also try to give them a solution as well, right? So if somebody would say, okay, the problem is income, but let's teach people how to make income. You know what I mean? And again, I do my best to be an example of that. I saw the issue of income being a problem, and I went out and created courses and trainings to help people to, go ahead and create that type of income for themselves. So my goal is always to find a problem, highlight the problem, and then also try to solve the problem. But again, I'm more of a natural entrepreneur. Most people, and this is something I'll talk about, like I said, I like to read books about psychology. So this is one I'm reading now. Never Split the Difference. Now it's a book. I don't even know what book it is, but either way, RTA, human beings have something called the RTA, reticular activating system, which is a part of their brain, which allows you to highlight things. Right. So we train kids to use this part of their brains from a very young age. So if you ever had a child, or you ever have a little brother or a cousin or whatever, and they'll have like 5 ducks in a row and then 1 bear, and they'll say which one does not belong. That's our reticular activating system. It allows people to recognize patterns. All right. And so when it goes to that whole thing about law of attraction, manifestation, a lot of it is true on the fact that you begin to see more of what you want your brain to see. So what I mean by that is, so many people love to complain that they find things to complain about. And so they'll always, no matter where they are, no matter what situation they're going through, they'll find things to complain about because their brain has learned that they get a dopamine rush from complaining. Likewise, some people will only be able to recognize problems, but never the solution. Everybody knows people that like to talk negative, but when you give them a solution to their problem, they shut the solution down because they really don't want a solution to the problem. They just want to vent. They just want to complain, right? So I'm somebody who will always know the problem. I'll find a problem. I'll see a problem, and then I'll say, okay, is this a big enough problem? Is this a big enough vehicle for me to try to get into and solve, right? And if it is, then I'll try to find a way to monetize off of that problem, right? That's just me personally. Like I said, again, natural entrepreneur. So, this person is doing a retirement thing, which is good. It's positive. I'm glad he was able to. He had the commitment to work until retirement, but most of us won't have that ability to even retire, especially with the aspect of inflation. Most people who did do the whole positivity route and get to retirement age, they're still having to go work at Walmart because their retirement monthly stipend is not enough. So we can't expect people to rely on retirement and such on and such forth. But that's positivity there. No country is going to cater to us. We're Black Americans, we're foreigners. I 100% agree with that. You know what I mean? Every country has their laws. They're just not going to just switch them up for African Americans and things of that nature. Now we have to follow their laws. Now this is one that kind of gets me all the time. It's like Black Americans were following the laws. We're following them to a T, and they decided to switch the laws up as a result of Black Americans following the law. And so this is kind of what always happens. If we look at America with something called red zoning, where they would specifically not allow Black people to buy homes in certain areas in order to keep them, in order to disenfranchise them. To disenfranchise them from ever building wealth, and so they would say you can't own homes here. They would not give you loans. If they give you loans, they give you a high interest rate, and they would always play these type of games. So laws have always been changed against African Americans in order to keep us from certain things. And so when people say we need to follow the laws, African Americans were following the laws and going out and getting the student visas and things like that, and they switched the laws on student visas to inhibit us from being able to properly and successfully go ahead and make that play. Now, we can't sit here and say as if, bending the laws is not what everybody does. Everybody looks for a gray area within the laws. This is how Jeff Bezos and people like that do not pay taxes. So African Americans found a loophole where we could, get student visa joint. We can learn Swahili, which is good. We want to learn Swahili. We're trying to live in this country anyway, and we can stay there for a long period of time. And that's the most cost-effective way about doing it. Who wouldn't choose the most cost-effective way to get a student visa, to get a visa, stay in the country for a long period of time, especially when you already have all these other expenses that you have to pay for and maintain. So when people try to criticize people for going after a student visa, like you idiot for going for a student visa, it's a smart thing to do. You look at the laws and you see which laws can work in your favor and you go for them. That's like being mad at somebody for not paying taxes. Where if the government provides certain loopholes to not pay taxes, who's going to say, let me give my money to the same people who are putting us in jail, the same people who are funding the police that are killing us, same people who are putting the poisons in our foods and in our waters. Nobody wants to pay the government to do this type of stuff to us. And so if you can find a legal loophole to move around it, why wouldn't you do that? All right. So let's really talk negative and let's talk positive. We're going to read through the comments on this video and just talk about the certain things that I see on there. Hey, we got 22 likes, which is great. But I also think we can get up to 30 likes if we get 8 more of you guys to smash the like button. Liking the video is free. However, it allows YouTube to share this live stream out to more people, which is great. The more people that come into the live, the more people that watch the ad in the beginning, the more money I can get for free, right? Speaking of money as well, we also have Cashapp and PayPal. I'm actually going to drop the links into the chat right here. Hey, that's what I like doing, Drop the PayPal in there, and we're also going to drop in the Cashapp. Boom. And I don't even know what I have these things called clappers. Hold on. Put up, bad cat. I got these things called clappers. If you guys are new to the channel, whenever somebody hits the Cash App or hits the PayPal, I will actually ring these clappers or clap these clappers for you. You can also hit the money sign icon in the chat, click on that, buy a super chat or a super sticker, and that's a great way to support the No Limit Eddie channel as well. All right, so let's continue on. He had Tanzanian friends who continue to communicate with me to this day. You can go to a foreign country, $50 in your pocket, and expect the government is going to help. It's going to help you to live. Now, most people are not expecting the government to help people to live. I never met anybody that was over there that was expecting the government to support them or to fund them or anything like that. So this right here, this part of the comment right here, I don't really like. I feel like it's almost stereotyping Black people as people who have to be on Section 8 or EBT or different things of that nature. So I don't know anybody who's expecting the government to help them to live. You know what I mean? So that part right there was a little bit dicey, and almost a little bit of hatred towards it. That's the way I felt. But I still respect this comment overall. He still made some valid points. Another guy, D Bati, he said, I admit there are problems to be addressed, which is true. However, those problems are not only against African Americans. These problems existed even before African Americans started to travel to Africa. Even as Africans, when you travel to a different African country, you are still treated as a foreigner and overcharged. That's a fact. The same visa issues that African Americans face is not any different. We all face the same issues as Africans when we cross the border to other African countries. Regarding overpricing, people from the Western society are not used to bargaining prices, but in Africa, you need to learn to bargain. There's never a fixed price in Africa. Unless you shop at a big branding store, it's a culture to bargain. If someone says something costs $100, you need to start from 25 and meet halfway. With the visas, it's a government policy. They cannot change the visa policy for just an individual. The best approach will be for the diaspora community to form one big organization as one voice to address the government about those issues and look for a better outcome. I personally don't agree with the system as well. However, let us stop the narrative that they don't like us. That myth is a lie. Let us not jump to race discrimination very quickly. We are all Black and Africans belong to all of us. Okay, cool. So a couple points in here that I'll talk about. I'm glad that he did admit that there are certain problems. This is one of the few people who will admit there's problems. Regardless of how you slice it and dice it, where there's smoke, there is fire. Where there's smoke, there is fire. And so, people who leave Tanzania usually verify the fact that there's issues with visas, but that same connotation is not happening in Ghana. Like, people are not leaving Ghana like the visa was horrible. They made it so hard. People are not doing that in Ghana. People are not doing that in the Gambia. People are not doing that in South Africa. People are not doing that in Rwanda, for example. They're not talking about visas and leaving because of the visa system. And so we do have to admit that there is a certain issue with visas when it comes to Tanzania. Everybody go ahead and smash the like button. Let's get up to 30 likes on this live. 30 likes on this live. I really appreciate it. And so there is a certain issue that's coming along with visas, and he did admit that. I appreciate that. Even as Africans who travel to different countries, we're treated as foreigner and overcharged. It's a fact. I understand the overcharging, but at the same time, we can't just accept overcharging as a part of life. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be something that's just allowed. People shouldn't just be overcharging you for no reason. Likewise, hey, shout out to Dom. Hey, Dom, tell him about your experience when you went to Dubai. I mean, shout out to my guy Dom G. I wanted to tell you guys about his experience. But when I came to Egypt, I wasn't overcharged. I was charged fair prices from the very get-go. I went to local bodegas. They charged me £5 for water. Still to this day, I'm getting charged £5 for water. And so, it's like the overcharging and stuff like that definitely did happen a lot in Zania, which, like everybody said, is common. But I don't think we should just normalize and just say that that's okay. That's something that shouldn't be allowed. This is regular in the culture. You would have to accept what they do until you can make better deals with you. I know, brother, you were hung. Greetings. Okay. We got E Black in the video. What up? How's it been, man? I'm doing good. E Black, what's going on with you? Lex said, yep, red zoning, redlining, blockbustering. You're talking about even the perception of grandfathering. You know what I mean? That term came from making sure you can't vote unless your grandfather could vote. Laws have always been put into place and changed in order to specifically target African Americans. In order to specifically target African Americans. So we have to really be overly factual about that. What up, Bill? Hope you're doing well these days. You're doing well. Why do you hate Tanzania? No, so in fact, shout out to Michelle the Mission. So I wanted to be clear on this. When I said what did I even title this? I think it's called Why Do You Hate Tanzania? So I believe I'm the person who actually loves Tanzania. And I believe everybody who's going ahead and saying and making a defense for Tanzania is the people who hate it. You know, there's a biblical verse, I believe it's in the book of Proverbs, that says, "Spare not the rod from a child," meaning that if your child does something bad, you should correct that child. You shouldn't just you shouldn't not beat him or beat her or whatever, on the fact that you think that you love your child. Now, this is what I mean. I got a son. You got a car. My son picks up a rock off the street and breaks the windshield of your car. Okay, you come, that's my son. You come to me and say, "Hey, your son has broke the windshield of my car," and I say, "My son got a 4.0 GPA. I'm very proud of him." And you say, "Man, I'm glad your son got a 4.0 GPA, but he broke the window out of my car." "Yeah, my son's a starting point guard on a basketball team. I'm super happy for him." And you say again, "Okay, that's great, but your son broke the window out of my car." And then I say again, "He's my firstborn son, man. I love him so much." And he said, "Okay, I'm glad you love your son and such on and such forth, but your son broke the window out of my car." So this is the same situation that's occurring over with the Tanzania situation. People are saying, "Hey, there's a problem with the visa here. You should have came with more money." "Hey, there's a problem with the visa here. You should have learned the language." "Hey, there's a problem with the visa here. You should have integrated with the locals." "Hey, there's a problem with the visa here. You should have." You see, so we're not really getting anywhere. My son has broke the window of my son broke the windshield of your car, and I'm not acknowledging it. Right? I'm going around and saying all the good things about my son, but I'm not just accepting the fact that he did something bad. "Okay, son, why would you do this? Let me discipline you for doing this." But this is what I mean by that: is spare not the rod from the child. I personally believe that I want to see Tanzania be great. I want to see Tanzania be affluent, right? I don't like the fact that right now, the president is doing all kind of wicked things, into the country and hating our local people. I don't want to see that. But people won't speak on it. A lot of people who are in Tanzania right now are not speaking on it. But they love Tanzania. Can't be so. It can't be so. So I believe I'm the person who loves Tanzania, and people who are defending it actually are the people who are hating it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't speak too much truth or people won't like you for it. Hey, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. You know what I mean? I really want to see people win out here. I really want to see people win out here. And I hope a lot of you guys want to see me win as well. I hope you want to see me win as well, but even if you don't want to see me win, I'm still going to win just because of who I represent. But at the end of the day, shout out to my guy Bill Coleman. Shout out to my guy Bill for the super chat. Said, "Get some lunch on me." Man, Bill, I done found some crazy Indian food spot out here. I've been getting this thing called beef masala, and then I'll get that with something called butter naan, and oh man, it's so good. That's what I've been eating on. That's what I've been eating on the last 3 days or so. Some garlic, not garlic naan. The garlic naan was good, but the butter naan was significantly better. So I'm eating the butter naan with the beef masala. That masala is bomb, man. That masala is hidden, man. I ain't gonna lie. Let me read some comments. I hope I didn't miss too many of them. Everybody smash like. Everybody smash like. I would like to get up to 35 likes. I would like to get up to 35 likes. I believe we can do it. Let's see. It was lovely, fam. Beautiful, clean country. Got treated really good. Definitely not as expensive as everyone makes it seem. It was super hot though. So Dom is in Rwanda, okay? But he also just went to Dubai, which is a Middle Eastern country, which is an Arab country. Arabs. And he has said that his experience was quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable. The Artist Journal. Well said, my brother. What up? What up? Shout out to the Artist Journal, man. Another guy who I met over in Zania. He has a channel as well. Interesting story. Came over from Israel over to Zania. When I met him, he first was just getting there, so I'm not sure, how integrated he is now. But it's been a couple months. Probably. I think I met him probably in August. So as long as I've been out here, he's probably been out there. So big up to the Artist Journal. I'm also in one of the videos on this channel, so check him out. CityLink Project. Glad you're happy in Egypt. I'm very happy in Egypt. Very positive here. Got a lot of respect here, and I respect a lot of people here as well. So that's the positive part. Everybody smash like button, guys. Everybody smash like button. I believe we can get up to 35 likes. If you don't know how to smash like and you're on your phone watching me horizontally, flip it vertically. I also ordered a new phone, so I got a new phone coming as well. So that's gonna be a video for you guys probably. Exit out the chat and then smash the like button. Likewise, you know, if you're on your computer, minimize the window and then smash the like button. All right. Tanzania is on some BS. Worse than Ghana. Most Black Americans that was there left. Yeah, a lot of Black Americans are leaving there. The president, Tanzania, isn't following biblical principles by allowing descendants to return to the land of the ancestors, selling our people to some demons. Right. A good example. Thank you for that, Omega Helper. Shout out to the chat, donations. Keep it coming. Yeah, definitely hit the donations. PayPal, I'll drop the PayPal in. Cash App, hit any of those. Hit the PayPal, Cash App, hit the super chat, and I'll go ahead and ring these clappers right here for you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of weird stuff going on there. I'm not ready to speak on it, but I'm glad you are. Most definitely. Brother, I wish some local educated brothers and sisters to talk about what's going on in TZ. Love that sauce. Okay, yeah, that beef masala is hitting, man. I'm not gonna lie. Sharon Fraser. Oh, what up, Sharon? Enjoy, Eddie, but I'll take some fried rice myself. You know, I'm not a rice. I don't eat rice. I really don't eat rice like that. You know what I mean? I don't eat rice like that. Butter naan is what. Okay, you know about the butter naan? I never really ate Indian food, but I've been eating so much of this food now that I'm like, I need something else. I need to switch it up a little bit. I'm actually trying to move to Tanzania in September, but I'm trying to get permanent residence before I get there. It's not possible to do that, but big ups unless you can marry someone over the internet, Tinder match. I wouldn't suggest anyone move there until you first visit. Most definitely. The new president has been ushered in by the World Economic Forum. She is not for Tanzanians or Africans. She needs to what? All kind of stuff like that. But let's get back into reading the comments. You guys know how the positivity goes. Eddie just can speak his mind. That's all I can do for the most part. I can't. I just gotta speak my mind. Bro, your opening statement speaks volumes as to why that person may have a problem in Africa. If you leave America with a certain lifestyle, the people in Africa are not welcome up, then they're bound to have problems. Even people born and raised on the continent adapting to Western lifestyles face similar problems, no exceptions. And I believe most of the time that's the case with folks who are complaining about being hated in Africa. But like many commenting have echoed similar views. I know many African Americans who live in Tanzania and other countries who enjoy their lives peacefully. Either way, there will always be a story of those claiming they were hated in Africa, but not telling the full story of why or what they themselves did. So I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't really expect everyone to bring good report. Positivity. I like this comment. It's a great comment. I do believe that it comes from a perception or a perspective that people are not telling a full story. Now, if you know me, I tell a full story about everything on my channel. You guys can even see when I was back in LA. You guys go ahead and watch that Back in LA series and see how treacherous things got for me. But I still documented everything to show people the real realities of what it's like to really come to the continent of Africa. I have family members to this day who actually still have beef with me because of the videos and the content that I produced, especially back during that LA series. Now, again, he's assuming that people are facing problems because of what they are doing, not necessarily because of just problems within the system. I can respect this point of view. But it's not necessarily always the clearest case. It's kind of like if you eat bad food, you're going to get a reaction to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of impossible to not get a reaction to it one way or another. So I respect this comment. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it is what it is. Somebody named Tanzanite. Next time, please talk about how foreigners with no papers in America are suffering in the process of getting papers. And we will compare the findings with those you mentioned about Tanzania and figure out which country is best in terms of the immigration process. Now, this is one of the stupidest comments I ever received, and this actually got 15 likes. Black people are struggling in America, so it doesn't really make sense as to say, let's figure out who has a better immigration system. Black people don't control immigration in America, whatsoever. Tanzanians are controlling the immigration in Tanzania. Eddie, I have a few things I need to do, so I have to run. Have a great day. All right, peace. How do you call it? Black people are not controlling immigration. Black people don't control anything in America for the most part. we are the ones who are basically in a lot of ways subjugated and still in that country. And so to say like you should suffer because we suffer when we go to America, we don't control America, but you do control Tanzania. And so that's kind of to me one of the main points that I don't really understand how people try to, you know, tit for tat type of situation. You know what I mean? If you go to an immigration office in America, you're not seeing Black Americans, you're seeing white people for the most part. I will get offensive and can't tolerate criticism of their country. Things can be better for the whole continent if we address the issues instead of avoiding them. That's precisely what I'm saying. That's precisely what I'm saying. Is just, you know, just own up to the issues that is at hand. Spare not the rod from the child. Let's correct the issues and stop doing this whole avoidance game, such on and such forth. We only are at 32 likes, which I actually despise. I want to get up to 35 likes almost immediately. So if you're watching this live stream right now, go ahead and smash the like button. All right, smash the like button. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. If you're watching this video, hit the like button. Liking the video lets YouTube know you're enjoying the content, and then therefore they share it out to more people. But I need everybody to smash like, 35 likes, 35 likes, 35 likes. Hey Eddie, I don't like when you say smash like so much. Okay, but if I don't say it, the people don't do it. So you have to tell people to do it so that they actually smash the like. So basically, guys, go ahead and smash the like. I might say it 1,000 more times until we can get up 35 likes. Then we get 35 likes. I'm gonna keep doing it again until we get to 40. Then we get to 40. We're gonna keep going until we get to 45. And it's gonna be a continuous cycle. It's gonna be a continuous cycle. Therefore, if you're watching the video, pretty much just smash the like, so I don't have to continuously say it again and again and again. But with that being said, you know, that we don't control immigration in America. We don't make the laws in America. So I don't understand why they expect us to, why they feel like you should be punished because America punishes us. Who cares what America does to you? You know what I mean? Look at what America does to us as well. It's nothing that we can say about that. Nothing that we can really say about that. The problem is Americans are going to TZ on a tourist visa and expecting to stay longer than their appointed time with only a tourist visa. TZ is catching on because these people are not bringing money into the country. They're just coming to live as opposed to getting an investment visa, business visa, where they can stay longer and pour into the country. Every YouTuber who is still there has a business visa. They are not encountering as much problems as the average American using a tourist visa. This is common sense. Black Americans have to come with the proper visa money and be able to play with Tanzania. So he said every YouTuber that's still there is using the business visa. The problem is you don't really know the ins and outs of every YouTuber's lifestyle. They just show you what they want to show you. Even me, I can really make up a whole story and people will probably believe it because I can doctor up videos. I can doctor up what I say in these different things. So we shouldn't go off of YouTubers as the basis of what a successful person can or can't be in Tanzania, because we don't know what really goes on behind the scenes with the majority of the YouTubers that are within the country. Simultaneously and over curricularly, I do believe that when you do come to a country, even if it's just to live, you're bringing in money. That's money that wouldn't have been in Tanzania. You're paying a landlord to rent out his property. You're paying the fruit vendors for their foods. You're paying the boat drivers for their service. You're paying the restaurants for their food, right? We are contributing money that would have normally been over in America into the country. A place that I am in now, Egypt, 30% of the country's economy is from tourism. Also, Egypt is the second largest economy in all of Africa, Nigeria being first, I believe. Therefore, tourism is very beneficial for the local economy. You don't just have to come and start a business in order to be beneficial financially for a country, you know. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think I probably spent over 10,000 in my first 6 months in Tanzania, maybe even more than that. So I contributed at least 10,000 into the country of Tanzania, which I think is significant on the fact that if I did that and 10, 20, 30 other people did the same thing, and I didn't start a business in Tanzania, but that's more money coming into the country that wouldn't have been there otherwise. But at the same time, you know, feel how you want to feel about the situation. I can't really say that what you're saying is wrong. You know what I mean? But I believe that if you're saying people are not bringing money into the country, I think everybody who comes to the country is in one way or shape bringing money into the country, especially if we stay there longer and longer and longer. We're continuously bringing in more money into the country. Africa is not for everyone. The same is true for every major city, any major city in the U.S. like NYC. Source of income is a major factor. If one is struggling in the U.S., don't move to Africa to expect a miracle. Regardless of where one moves in Africa to enjoy a comfortable or close lifestyle in the West, one needs a steady stream of income. Selling one's house and moving to Africa is not enough. That's good visiting as a tourist. Okay. His name is Rooster. Left a comment one day ago. Shout out to Rooster for his comment. Africa is not for everyone. 100% agree. If you are struggling in America, you will struggle in Africa. America, without a doubt. As much as I don't really want to live in that land, it without a doubt is the land of opportunity. Um, uh, it is a land of opportunity. All of my money, every penny that is in my account right now comes from America. Every penny comes from America. There's people that I do get some money in from the UK, all kinds of stuff like that. But America is my bread and butter, and it's because it's a land of opportunity. In America, I was able to make money online. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I would have a job and then still have online hustles that were making as much or sometimes even more than my job. Right. And so when I transitioned to the continent, it wasn't a big leap or big shift for me to make. You know what I mean? It still was definitely a big adjustment. Definitely was still a big adjustment, but it wasn't as big of an adjustment as it might be for some people. And so again, if you can't make money in America, you just can't make money. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? So I guess like this commenter said, you should probably get your streams of income set up first in the States and then bring them over to the continent. I don't recommend you trying to set it up while you're here. I recommend doing it in the States because the States is a land of opportunity, regardless of how you feel about it or not. You can make some bread, regardless of your color, especially with the internet. The African Jumbi. So this guy is a big follower of the channel, big supporter of the channel. I appreciate him a lot. He's always commenting on the videos and such. The comment that he left was just very simple. There's a lot of Black Americans in Tanzania who are doing very well, which I 100% agree with. There are a lot of Black Americans in Tanzania who are doing very well. But we have to keep in mind, we have to be overly scrupulous when we say these type of things. And this is a deflection. My son picks up a rock, throws it through your car windshield. You come and tell me, hey, Eddie, your son broke my car windshield with this rock. I say, hey, my son got a 4.0 GPA. Okay, I'm glad your son has a 4.0 GPA, but he still broke my windshield with my son, he's a starting point guard on a basketball team. I'm glad your son is a starting point guard on a basketball team, but he still broke my car window. My son did all his chores this week. I'm very proud of him. And we're still not reflecting on the main issue that, hey, this man has his windshield broken out. By saying that people who are doing well in Tanzania, it doesn't negate the fact that there's an issue a lot of times with the visa laws, right? It doesn't negate that fact. The windshield is still broken, and we can beat around the bush for however long we want to. However, the issue still stands that the windshield is broken. There's an issue with visa laws within Tanzania, and that has to be fixed, right? And that's just kind of how I feel about it. Deflection is not really the best strategy. I know people are doing well in Tanzania, but people are not doing well as well. So we can speak on that, and we can get overly scrupulous on that nature. But people want to deflect instead of just accepting it. Like I said, spare not the rod from the child. If a child does something wrong, you should correct that child so that he knows for the future. So when things are going wrong, this is why I say that I feel like I'm someone who loves Tanzania. People who are not speaking on these things actually hate Tanzania. I want to see Tanzania succeed. I want to see Tanzania prosper, but it cannot prosper when it's still doing these wicked games. These sly games that are disenfranchising the people who truly want to build and want to see the country rise. People like Magufuli, they X him out and kill him and such like that. And people like who are currently leading, she'll be in charge for until she dies. These are certain situations that do occur. You know what I mean? When people want to succeed, people want to prosper. People like Magufuli will always be an enemy to the people who want to keep Africa poor and such on and such forth. And so what I'm trying to say is spare not the rod from the child. There's certain things that Tanzania is doing wrong that need to be corrected. And if we don't correct them, then how can we say we really want to see the continent prosper? How can you say that you're a Pan-Africanist? How can you say that you love the local culture of Tanzania? You can't really say it, because spare not the rod from the child. You've been making negative videos about Tanzania. You have a problem with Tanzania. Just keep on complaining while the Europeans, Chinese, and Indians are very successful in Tanzania. I'm very happy that you think my videos about Tanzania are negative. In fact, it actually motivates me and inspires me. Continue to comment certain things like that on my posts. I appreciate it. I think African Americans have to make an effort to learn a language. Life will be easier. We definitely do try to learn language. If you watch my videos, I was definitely speaking a significant amount of Swahili. You have been right down one. You have not been able to change things in the U.S. and now want to change things in Tanzania, a country that you barely is history and culture. He just said he wants Tanzania to get better. What the heck? Where have you been? But it's like I said, you know, the truth, the people who speak truth will always be hated. You know, Malcolm X was far more hated than Martin Luther King. You know, but when we look at what Malcolm X was trying to do, when we look at what Martin Luther King actually did, we see that the bearer of evidence favors Malcolm X. Integration actually was the biggest destructive factor to the Black community during that time, but we fought very heavily for integration, and it destroyed us financially, spiritually, you know what I mean, economically, and in almost all ways it destroyed us. And Malcolm is still very much hated, and Martin is still very much celebrated. They don't really teach Malcolm in school, but they very much will teach Martin, you know, and that just is the case, you know, and I've accepted that as a form of my reality. People will hate me, you know what I mean, because I really don't care about the next man's opinion. You know, the person who commented that doesn't even have a profile photo, but like he said, you have been making negative videos about Tanzania. So that means he's been watching me for a while. He knows a lot about me. I know nothing about him. So one of us is far more significant in this situation, and you can be the judge of who that person is. But at the same time, you know what I mean? It just has to be what it has to be. Eminetta, hey, what up, what up, what up? Smith and Wesson in the building, what up? Ceiling trigger and defensive. LOL, you put my point. Word, yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? And on these live streams, I'll be honest, I just really be having fun and talking bombastically. If you don't know what bombastically means, it means I say a lot of things without saying anything, you know, and that's what I like doing from time to time. So don't take offense to the things that I say. Somebody says everybody has their own experience, but from the people I talk to, the state in Africa, period, they all have similar stories and they feel some kind of way. Yeah, it's very common for people to feel some type of way, feel in some way slighted, because you know you definitely look at it as an outsider and it's like, whoa, what the heck? You can feel it. People will look at you, to stare at you, and all kind of weird stuff like that. But a lot of, and let me say this too, a lot of people who are in the comments of that last video, there's two people. There's Tanzanians in the comments of those videos. And then there's people who want to go to Tanzania in the comments of those videos. And so the Tanzanians are ignorant and making comments on that video. And what I mean by they're ignorant is they're actually not the people who are going through the immigration process. And so by them speaking on the issues that somebody will face going through the immigration process, they're speaking out of ignorance. Simultaneously, it's like if I was going to the States and a Mexican person comes to me and say, hey, my parents are about to get evicted, or not evicted, what's that, deported from the country, and I give them advice, just follow the law. What's wrong with you? Just go up to the building and do it. That would be ignorant of me on the fact that I didn't immigrate to America. I don't know the struggle of what it would be. So I can't really even fully empathize with them because I haven't been in their shoe or in their footprint of having to, you know, face immigration laws in America. So I'm always speaking out of a position of ignorance. So most Tanzanians who are speaking in the comment section about just do this, just do that, they're speaking out of a position of ignorance on the fact that they themselves did not immigrate to the country of Tanzania. They were just born there. All right. Now, simultaneously, there's a second group of people that were in that same comment section, and those are people who want to go to Tanzania. They haven't been there. So in that sense, I already have the experience that personally they don't have. So they're only able to see things from the outside looking in. I'm able to see things from the inside, from my own personal experience, and then from stories of other people that I know as well. You know what I mean? When you do YouTube, you're gonna meet a lot of people. And people will also have stories, and they'll know these are people, and So you're gonna get a full picture of it on the fact that you've been in it yourself. You know, other people who are going through the same exact thing. So most of the people in that comment section were speaking out of a position of ignorance and not from a position of understanding. And so, you know, that's one of the things that I can say personally is why I really don't pay too much attention to the comments in the comment section. But I like just reflecting on them and talking about them and different jazz like that. But simultaneously, if you've been enjoying this content, you can for sure hit me in the PayPal, which I just dropped. My phone is dead. Which I just dropped into the chat, and I'm also going to drop in my Cash App as well. If you want to support the No Limit Eddie channel, feel free to hit the PayPal, feel free to hit the Cash App. I have these things right here called the clappers. I will clap these for you as a show of appreciation for your support of the channel. If you hit the PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. The Super Chat is that money sign icon right there. Near the chat, if you click on that, buy a Super Chat or a Super Sticker, it is a great way to support the channel, and I would appreciate it. But we only have 40 likes on this live, which I think is actually despicable. I think most people are coming in this live stream and not actually liking the content. So I need everybody to actually go ahead and like today's video, especially if you like things that I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get 5 more likes in this live. 5 more likes in this live. The quickest way for us to get these 5 likes is for everyone who's watching the video to just go ahead and smash that like button. Usually I would just continuously say this until we get to 45 likes. So if you don't want me to waste time continuously saying this and you'd rather me get back into talking about the comments and reading some of you guys' comments, let's just smash a like, especially if you're in this live stream right now. And if you don't know how to do that, I can inform you really quickly. If your phone is horizontal like this, flip it vertically like this, X out the chat, and then smash the like. If you happen to be watching me on your computer, you can just minimize the window on the right-hand side, minimize it, and then go ahead and smash the like. All right, it's very simple. It's very simple. I really want to read some more of these comments for you guys. We're just waiting to get 2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes. Very simple to do. Very simple to do, and it's also free. You know, it's also free. Simultaneously, if you don't like the content, feel free to hit the dislike button. Sadly, I can't even see the amount of dislikes I get in the video. It's very hard to see it now. So I can't even tell if those are going up at the same time, but you know, it is what it is. All right, cool. Look over, we have 45 likes. I appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate that. Now, Tanzania is a very conservative country. They keep a lot inside. Most are not happy with the current government. Currently, they don't speak because it's not disrespect. Okay, cool. Tanzania is going to move on with or without you. You was complaining about residency and land owning in TZ. Did you accomplish that in Egypt? So that means you've been watching me for probably about a year. How much has your life improved? What have you done in that time besides watch me live my life? Overly curricular, extra, you know, but we don't want to talk too much craziness, but thank you for watching my life. You know what I mean? You know, it's interesting because I don't watch people who I don't like. You know, I don't watch people who I don't like because I think my time is more valuable than that. You know, but the fact that you've been watching me and you think that you can troll me in my own comment section, but in reality, you're trolling yourself. You're using your most valuable time to watch somebody you dislike. You know, you're using your most valuable asset, which is time. You cannot get time back to watch somebody you don't like. You commented something similar to that on the video that I'm talking about. You came into the live stream. You're spending time with me. I'm in your house right now. More than likely, you're watching this in your house. I'm in your house right now, but you think that you're trolling me. It's very sad, and I hope that I can inspire you to value your time a little bit more. I really hope I can do that for you. I don't think you have enough self-awareness to even ask that question. LOL. Let me see. Most don't speak English, so definitely once speak and able to communicate locally, it will make it easier. My heart is NTZ because of Magafuli. Shout out to Magafuli. He was a real OG. I'm in America with my Tanzanian family and husband. I have significant experience in Tanzania. I'm just here to listen. Dang, Eddie is finally getting haters. No. We've had haters a long time ago, especially when I was doing the homeless content. People were threatening to kill me and all kind of stuff. It was great content, And again, the more haters you get, the more money you make. So I love the hate. You will amaze. Let us have this discussion. I thought that's what you wanted. That's great. LOL. LOL. You're in good hands. Go watch Travel Bro. He gave us some good advice. I don't hate you at all. I'm just asking some serious questions. Don't get upset, Eddie. Kill him. Laugh. Yeah, you know how that type of stuff goes. I just don't watch people I don't like. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I can pull up the birthday of a person's comments. I can pull up the birthday of a person's comments, and we can go on and get overly investigatory. But I don't want to do that right now. We're going to keep it overly calm. We're going to keep it overly calm. Tanzania is my choice of retirement, but I'm having second doubts. That's why I asked for Morocco. Hey, shout out to Morocco. I know somebody who was in the Gambia who went up to Morocco, and she said she had a really great time. So big ups to her. You know what I mean? Big ups to her. Seems like common sense for the diaspora to build amongst themselves and to avoid a lot of problems coming from the natives. The Chinese have done it, and they live and build amongst themselves. Most definitely. There are 54 countries in Africa, If Tanzania doesn't work for you, go somewhere else. Ghana, Gambia, Rwanda, and many others. That's 100% what I believe. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I'm trying to promote and push. Like I was saying, just like with the guy right here who just said that, Shakur. Just like the guy right here, Shakur, you know, he was thinking about going to Tanzania, but now he's thinking about maybe potentially hitting up Morocco, which I think is a very smart thing to do, on the fact that I think Tanzania is a great place to visit. I think Tanzania is a great first country to stop in when you're going to Africa, but I don't think it's the best place for relocation. You know what I mean? I don't think it's the best place for relocation, especially for long term, to kind of try to settle your entire life. I personally don't think it's the best situation for most people. And so, you know, that's all I want to do with this content, is to put out another side, another perspective. You know what I mean? I can only share my opinion. My experience in Tanzania will not be your experience in Tanzania. My experience in Egypt will not be your experience in Egypt. And therefore, you shouldn't use me as a basis of where you're going to go and where you're not going to go. But you should use me as a basis to understand that everybody has their place on the continent, but you may have to bounce around to find that. You know, you may not just want to just jump in and dive in straight from the get-go. That's definitely something that maybe you can learn from me, and simultaneously understand that don't believe the hype. You know, there's a lot of hypes around certain countries that may not be true. The hype around Egypt is that it's racist. They hate black people. They're going to spit in your food. They're going to fight. They're going to cut your neck in half. You know what I mean? All kind of stuff. The hype in Tanzania, they love you. They're going to embrace you. It's going to be amazing. Everything is cheap. You can live off of 10 cents a day. You're going to be. It's going to be beautiful. Da da da. You understand? But at the same time, the experience may be different, and that's kind of my experience. Is that it's usually the opposite of what the hype says. You know, I almost feel like if I went to Iraq and Iran today, I would get even more love than I get in Egypt. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, I don't trust any of the hype. If somebody says don't go to that place, I almost want to go to that place now. You know, I almost want to go to Somalia. You know, this is just how I'm starting to feel. I want to check out Morocco. Big ups to Morocco. How is visiting vacation? I'm considering going soon. My wife. How was what for vacation? I'm on my visa run. Been living in Tanzania since 2021. I'm heading to Ethiopia next month, then back to Dar. Shout out to Nicole. Tanzania is amazing for vacation, but if you want to move there, you better do some serious research. Most definitely. Well, Eddie, Tanzania is not for you, and you left. We get it. Enjoy your life in Egypt. Tanzania will continue to move forward. Most definitely. Thanks for the info, sis. Yep. P. Diddy, facts. Most definitely. And that's what I'm saying. You know, Tanzania just wasn't necessarily for me per se. You know, and it might be for you, you know, and that's why I say don't let my experience discourage you or encourage you to go to any one particular place, because you will not have the same exact experience, you know, you will not have the same exact experience. And somebody said, maybe you should start pronouncing the country's name correctly and move from there. Also, be respectful of the culture you are entering. Most foreigners have decency to do that. So a lot of people have a problem with the way that I say Tanzania. You know, they have a lot of beef with it and things like that. But it's interesting the fact that I get paid to speak, and more likely they don't. So that we just usually have to leave those type of things there. You know, we just usually have to leave those type of things there. You know what I mean? I get paid to speak, and more likely they don't. You know, also can barely spell, but I get paid to write books, you know, and things of that nature as well. So, you know, it's not really about how you say it, you know, it's not about how you say it a lot of times. Eddie, I think you're strong enough to visit Haiti. That's where I'm from, but after being Americanized and getting my language, I don't think I can. You know, I think the voodoo there might be a little too scary for me, man. I'm a little bit nervous about that. We got E-Vapors in the building. What up, what up? Everybody shout out to E-Vapors as well. You know what I mean? If you guys are into car content, to me, he's one of the better car content producers out there, more wholesome, you know. Couple of cars, man. He really always switching up the lineup, but couple of Teslas, you know, new C8 vet, you know, of course you gotta respect the vet. Got the golf cart. I think he still got the Corolla, you know. So a couple of cars over on his channel. Funny guy, very funny guy, and also a very genuine guy as well. I drop in family. Most definitely appreciate you. And which you gonna say is your favorite car right now, E-Vapors, that you driving? Let me see. Just asking because when you left TZ, you were complaining about can't own land and so on. I was wondering if you own land, have residence in Egypt by now. I like your energy though. Yeah, I actually do have residency here in Egypt. It's pretty easy to get. Hey, new chest on the way. This order last night. See, hey, Evapors is low key on me in a Hellcat. You know what I mean? Evapors is low key on me in a Hellcat. You know what I mean? Always got new cars coming in and out. Always changing up the fleet. You know what I mean? Always changing up the fleet. You know what I mean? Definitely a big motivation on that aspect of it for sure. See, Bird's my favorite for now. Okay, got you, got you. Yeah, I think that might be the most rare car in a lineup. You know what I mean? On the fact that Teslas are definitely rare still, but Teslas are kind of like more commuter cars. The C8 is like got a supercar presence to it. I almost feel like. But what else people saying? What somebody say? Oh, about owning residency. Yeah. And owning property is very easy. I got a lot of Egyptian friends, and they're like, Eddie, just buy a property here, and different things of that nature. You know what I mean? It's definitely something I think I would do. In the fact, like I said, Egypt is Africa's second biggest economy, and so the tourism money is definitely good here. And if I can go ahead and get a flat out here, it'll be very beneficial. You know what I mean? To Airbnb it out and things like that, and then also own an appreciating asset. But my whole mentality right now, as far as buying a flat and Airbnb it, is I have a greater ROI in selling different services right now than it would be to put money into a property. Just me personally. I have a much greater ROI in selling the services and things of that nature. So I've been focusing on copywriting, building out sales pages, building out email sequences and different things like that, which is far more profitable for me right now. Tanzania, I do not doubt his intelligence, but he's moving all over the place. I want to get his point one by one. I can't. Perhaps you can help. Hold on, somebody. Okay, wait. What is CityLink talking about? Maybe I'm missing CityLink's comment. CityLink, what are you talking about? Eddie, do you even know the history of Tanzania, how it came to be? Well, Eddie, Tanzania is not for you. Okay, yeah, got you. Okay, I gotta check out a new car. Let me see. Tesla's everywhere. Yeah, no, Tesla's definitely becoming super popular. You are young, positive, and smart. Wishing you the best, Eddie. You are always be my younger brother. Okay, appreciate you. Are you able to get a bank account in Egypt? I don't really be doing like I said, all my money comes from America. I don't make money locally in these countries, so I don't see a point for a local bank. Egypt has more control over the resources there, not easily influenced by the West. LOL, Eddie is just Eddie. Let's just say there's a reason you're still on here watching. Yeah. I go from point to point. You know what I mean? I go from point to point. That's how my mind works. Bro, that's the mindset I want. Good shoot, Eddie. How old are you? Sorry for the spam. How old am I? I'm 22 right now. I'll be 23 in August. You are OT serious. Egypt considers themselves Arabs. We are confused and frustrated. What's OT? Like overtime? A lot of people know about this type of stuff. A lot of people know about this type of stuff, but I do bounce around a lot. You know what I mean? That's just my mentality. Everybody smash like, guys. 55 likes. Simultaneously to that. Everybody who's in here right now, I need to sell some products. Let me sell some products. You know what I mean? People don't like when I sell products either. When I promote my products, which is funny. That lets me know they don't run a business. Let me sell some products. I be laughing. People be like, "Why you always promoting your products?" All kind of stuff. It's kind of sick to me. All right, just have to link into the chat right now. The Ultimate African Relocation Guide. Click on that link, guys. And if you guys are curious about learning how to relocate to the continent of Africa, again, if I did this at 21 years old, you can definitely do it at any age. You just need to know the right information, the right knowledge. I already did it in 2 different African countries. You can pretty much take me blindfolded in any country, and I'll be able to get my footing because I kind of know the way and a land map. And I want you guys to have the same land map as well. So click on the link that's I just upped into the chat and get the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. All right, it's very crucial and it's very important. Simultaneously to that, I'll sell this book too. I got a book. It's called Why Everything You Know About Money Is Wrong. People can say a lot of different things about me. But one thing they can't say is Eddie does not know how to make money. that's one thing that I know how to do, and something I've been doing for a very long period of time, going back to high school, even up to now. And so the reason why money is kind of easier for me to make than it is for some other people is my mentality around it. Money pretty much is useless when you really think about it. It's a fiat currency that will eventually go to zero. So if you can't get a piece of paper that truly has no worth and no value, there's a problem in your mentality around it. So click on a link that I just put into the chat and learn why everything you know about money is wrong. Click on our link, buy that book, $9.99. It's going to completely change the way you look at money, the way you view money. And it's very crucial that you go ahead and get that book. All right. I put as many gems as I could in there while keeping it super simple and super easy to understand. But, at the end of the day, getting money revolves around a mindset. Getting money revolves around a mindset. I think we're 16 months into being over here, and there's no sign of really slowing down, no sign of really stopping, per se. And so, a lot of people may come in last 3 months and their savings is run out. I use my savings up in around the first month, more likely. I'm pretty sure, but it's the fact that I had money coming in consistently that allowed me to maintain myself. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have struggles where they have savings. They say they come with 8,000 in savings. The 8,000 won't last you very long. But if you have 8,000 in savings and you make I don't even spend $1,000 a month, I don't think, in Egypt. So if it came with 8,000 in savings and I spend $600 a month and I'm making $1,000 a month, that means I'm basically storing away $300 each month. You know what I mean? In towards my savings, such on and such forth. But at the same time, I don't believe in saving money. I believe saving money is for losers. When you save money, you are doing what the banks desire you to do. What do I mean by that? Well, cash is a currency, meaning it's meant to be current, it's meant to be liquid, it's meant to constantly and consistently be moved around. We can even talk about, let's go into the history of money, all right? Paper notes, right? Why do we call them currency? Why do we call them notes and things of that nature? Well, there used to be promissory notes saying that, hey, this piece of paper is worth X amount of gold at this bank. So if you take the paper to the bank, they'll give you X amount of gold for it. Eventually, we moved ourselves off of something called the gold standard, meaning that what made the currency, what made the piece of paper valuable was the gold. We took the gold off of that. So now what made the currency valuable was basically the country behind it. So the reason why, the American dollar still held some value was because people were afraid of America. Around that time that we got off the gold standard was right after we nuked Japan. And so people were not really going to say people were not really going to be trying to get overly ambitious with America at that point in time because America was mentally unstable. Like we just nuked an entire country. And so if America said we're getting up to gold standard, the world said, okay, we're getting up to gold standard. And it went along with that. But as you see currently, people don't fear America anymore, right? Russia's threatening us, China's threatening us, and you can look at the value of the dollar significantly decreasing. Why? Because what's backing the dollar was the strength of America, but America's not seen as strong as it is currently. And so whenever you're saving money and you're just having money, stocked away, you are actually, losing money. You know what I mean? Because of inflation, your money will always be going down in value because there's nothing actually backing it. And so the goal is to understand that what money is supposed to be used for, right? Money is going to be useless until you actually use it. You can't eat money, you can't sleep with money, you can't really do anything with it, but you can only use it to get something hopefully more valuable. And so when I say I don't save money, I mean when I get money in and I have extra, I find a way to spend it, right? I spend it on training, I spend it on some type of coaching, I spend it on, on equipment, cameras, editing softwares. You know what I mean? I spend more on software every month than I spend on rent. And so usually I try to get money in and then put it out and then get more back in. You know what I mean? That's kind of my whole mentality around money. But I kind of break everything down in a more streamlined format within the book, which I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and picking up after right there at the link that I just dropped in. But why everything you know about money is wrong. Money is absolutely useless. You should never be saving it. You should always be finding out how to get more of it. You know what I mean? Money can pretty much do nothing for you until you use it. It's almost like information. If I know how to swim, right, I have information on how to swim, and somebody throws me overboard and I don't use that information and I drown, how good was that information to me, right? Same thing with money. If you don't use money, it's literally useless. You know what I mean? So, you guys got to understand that type of stuff. I definitely recommend you guys picking up the book. It is just dropped it into the chat right now. You know what I mean? Again, every time I go live, of course, you got to promote products. You got to push the business. It's just different things of that nature that you got to do. You know what I mean? So, definitely. In Tanzania, each country has its own challenges. I think Eddie went to Tanzania, which is a smaller version of the USA. I think Eddie want to have a Tanzania, which is a smaller version of the USA. That's not going to happen for a long time. I wouldn't even want it to become a mini USA. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is people can see a couple of videos but not really understand the full ultra intangibles of who 150 Dream Team actually is. If I left America, I probably didn't want it to be a mini America. I just want things to be equitable. I want things to be fair. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I want for the most part. If you have a certain law in the country, don't decide to start switching things up on the fact that African Americans start to take advantage of certain laws. You were okay with the Caucasian man doing a student visa play, doing the visa plays and such on, but when a black man tries to do, you start to switch it up. You know what I mean? Who can really respect that? You know, somebody like me cannot really respect that, you know, at all, personally. Hey, but everybody smash like, shout out to everybody who's going over there and buying the Ultimate Relocation Guide, and everybody who's buying the what do you call it? Why everything you know about money is wrong. I appreciate that. You know, we're going to drop in a link to the Ultimate African Relocation Guide right here. I gotta find it. Here it is. There it is. The guys, the Ultimate African Relocation Guide right there. Right now, we're giving away $200 in free gifts whenever you pick up the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. So definitely go ahead and pick it up right now while this offer is running. You know, we're always going to be pushing different products, selling different products, because that's kind of what we do. You know what I mean? Kind of what we do. Of course, you know, I think a lot of people should be really modeling the blueprint that I'm laying out. You know what I mean? To model the blueprint that I'm laying out, you know what I mean, is very crucial. You're ready. I wish you did Forex. You'll be a good trader. For the same reason that Tamara in Tanzania mentioned earlier, I would not be a good trader because I'm too boom, 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 boom everywhere. And that's the problem. So I wouldn't be able to trade very well. My strengths come in a level of communication, you know, within communication. I've been live here for an hour and 12 minutes, just me talking basically to a camera. You know what I mean? Basically me talking to a camera. And it's a fact that I think my mind, like I said, it's everywhere. So I'm always able to have a new topic to talk about. You know what I mean? And I wasn't always the best communicator per se, but I was always a good persuader. You know what I mean? I was always a good persuader, but I wasn't the best communicator. I had to learn how to communicate. And that's where the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People came in. I read that around high school and started to learn, okay, speak about what people want to hear, and people will be happy about that. And really listen more than you speak, and people will really be happy about that. And then I learned how to communicate. Then I learned how to copyright. And then after copywriting, well, we're still learning the game of copywriting. I think that's a skill we're going to continue to have to learn and continue to have to elevate. And then after that, we started to learn the skill of digital marketing so we can amplify everything that we're doing. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it now, you know. As an American that used a certain culture, as much as I don't like things about Tanzania, I hope it remains true to the culture when welcoming Black Americans. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it. But speaking of Forex, my guy E Vapors does do Forex. But let me go back here. Oh, before we do that, let me make sure I make a couple more pushes for the products. You basically got to push the products. You know what I mean? Everybody should really have social media accounts where they push products through. It's very important. Just have to link in right now to the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. We're going to be answering 100 plus of the most commonly asked questions. You need to go ahead and grab a copy of that right now. If you think about relocating to the continent, or even if you think just visiting the continent, you need to pick up a copy of that almost immediately. We're talking about comments. We can read a couple more. I gotta drop some content. I charge my phone. Hold on. My phone is dead. I should have been charging it. I gotta call too many people today. Let me see. I'm not from Tanzania. I don't know what happened there, but I would like to say is that Black Americans need to check their attitude. If you're going to come to Africa with an attitude or sense of feeling superior, you're going to have a problem in Africa. Almost everywhere in Africa, they will not accept you. Again, black people need to check their attitude. Again, this is just one of the stereotypes that go on and on and on and on and on. We already had somebody mention that you can't expect the government to take care of you, trying to apply Section 8 EBT basically. Now you're saying we have an attitude. And about the name of this content creator, or name of this YouTube channel, I can tell they probably are African, and they think that African Americans have attitudes, which is problematic within itself. And it goes on to show that most Africans already have a preconceived notion about Americans. As a result, we'll always be in a disposition because of their preconceived notions about us, and most of the time it won't change, and about this whole attitude type of thing or feeling superior, they believe that Black Americans are superior to them, and that might be why they have this disposition. Most of the time when somebody hates the next person, they really want to be or admire that person so much, but they can't find a way to properly express it, they can't find a way to properly express it, and those are the type of things that occur. Those are the type of things that occur. So all Tanzanians hate African Americans. Did you speak to all Africans? Africa has 54 nations and is 3.5 times bigger than the USA. It's one thing to tell the truth, another to promote your business. I agree that current Tanzanian president is self-serving, just like Biden is self-serving. Go to Rwanda, Ghana, Zambia, RSA. I think it's Republic of South, you know what I mean? But Ghana, Senegal, and you will be loved and respected, and it's weird because I don't believe in that video I even said people hate African Americans, which is interesting, but sure. Somebody else, journey to Africa, beyond and more. I agree with a lot of things that you said in this video. I do think the new president has to do with a lot of the immigration and agents are not fair. Yep. Let's read some of these comments from this video. My suggestion is to arrive as an asset versus a liability to our motherland. Travel several parts, learning the history and struggle, the society, what carries over from colonization, who are the heroes, what Pan-African forces, what neo-colonial forces undermine the collective development, bridge yourself with various cultures of our people. Look for collective farm projects, etc. But must all arrive to empower oneself along with our motherland people. And yes, I'm doing it in Senegal. I couldn't be happier. This person is saying that they're, uplifting the country in Senegal. Now, the person says to arrive as an asset versus a liability. Inside of the book, I talk about what an asset is. An asset is not what people think it is, a lot of times. But at the end of the day, whenever somebody comes to the continent of Africa, I want it to be clear of how can someone be a liability when traveling to the countries within Africa. You know what I mean? I would like people to express that, because people make it seem as if you don't start a business in Africa, you are useless and you are basically worthless. You know what I mean? I would like to be very clear on what exactly that all has to do with anything. I have investments in Tanzania, but I don't have to live there. Good. Hold on, let me scroll up. Let me read some of these comments. Hey, we got Sade in the building. Sade, what up? I've seen more white people with bad attitudes than blacks while I was in Tanzania. White people are very wicked in Tanzania. And I kind of realized as Black Americans, we will always get treated a certain way. We just have to find the right place for us that will equally respect us and love us as we do them. Yeah, for the most part, man, we can get overly extracurricular or we can get overly spiritual with it, but it's a part of the curses, you know what I mean, that are in the book of Deuteronomy. We're always going to be hated no matter where we go for the most part. No matter where we go in the most part. So until the reason why the world is out of order is because we're not in our rightful position. We're not in our rightful place. Until we're in our rightful place, the world will continue to be chaotic. Guys in the comments, stop blaming the brother. He doesn't hate Tanzania. He didn't like the treatment he got from Tanzanian authorities and some Tanzanian scammers. Appreciate that. So somebody spoke some Swahili, which I don't know exactly what's being said in there, but cool. And that does happen a lot in Tanzania too. You'll go to a store and they'll start speaking into each other in Swahili, boom, saying different stuff that they know you can't understand. and they do it purposely as well, you know, and that's something that is off-putting that people don't talk about too often as well. You know, you go into a store and they start doing this type of stuff, and you're like, what are they saying? You know, or what are they laughing at? Or, you know, are they saying that they're scamming me? Or who knows, you know, who knows really? Somebody could, if somebody wants to, they can translate that for me, and let me know exactly what was said. See, now we're having a conversation. Whenever we're having a conversation in Swahili in somebody else's comment section, and they say that the African Americans or the Black Americans are the ones who are disrespectful. But you guys got to monitor the small things. You guys got to monitor the small things, you know. But you know, I don't want to get overly courageous today. Let me see. Okay, and somebody else said the problem is many people come to do YouTube and try to rely on that. Now, I think people do try to come and do YouTube, but I feel like the vast majority of people are not even on YouTube. As African Americans, if you don't get the culture shock, immigrate to South Africa, it's similar to America in many ways. Interesting. Dom said, "Yo, okay." So that's pretty much most of the comments from that video there. So I'm super glad that we were able to go through that today. You know, of course, we were able to get on here, talk to a couple of people from the streets, which is positive. Again, if you're interested in relocating to the continent of Africa, pick up the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. We're going to answer 100 plus of the most commonly asked questions that you're definitely going to need some answers to. And you know how all this type of things will really go for you. It'll be very positive. You know, I moved to two African countries already, and pretty much the advice that's in that book is the advice that is standard. You know what I mean? It'll make it as easy and as smooth as possible for you. So I recommend, you know, you guys going ahead and picking up a copy of that book. And right now we're giving away $200+ in bonuses as well with every purchase. So very much worth you guys go ahead and picking up a copy of that. The link is in the chat right now. I've been over 30 countries, living in 4, including Asia and Europe. I prefer Middle East, African countries. Okay, got you. Yeah, now Don be traveling. Don be out there in the set. I ain't gonna lie. But oh, do you know anything about import export businesses from East Africa to the States? No, I don't actually. I don't know anything about import export business. My specialty in when it comes to making money is everything online, everything digital. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about brick and mortar physical businesses because I never was in a position to really make that my reality. I always love the perspective that eventually people are not going to be going to stores. You know, they're going to only go to stores for an experience. Stores are going to be looked at like movie theaters. You know, I go to a movie theater because I want to experience a movie, even though I can just really watch it at home on my laptop. But I want to have an experience. I want to get the popcorn and sit back in the seat and have a big screen. And that was always my perspective. So I didn't want to go into a dying industry. I wanted to go into a growing industry. And so my whole thing was always doing different things online. And really, not even in a specific particular product, but rather just learning the base model skills needed to prosper in any industry. And that's kind of my perspective on it. You know what I mean? I don't know the physical businesses like that. You know, when people pay me, they pay me up front. I don't do the whole you got 90-day, what's it called, 90-day net terms and all kind of stuff like that, and not paying you for 90 days at a time. I don't like that type of stuff. You know, I want to just be positive, get my money right off the gate, and you know, deliver some products. You know, so you know, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, blogging, content creation. You know, those are things that I know about online ventures. Any other questions? Feel free to ask them. 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 That is true. No, Eddie liked CZ before, but after student visa, everything went left. After Theo, the headmaster. No, I still really enjoy Tanzania. I still recommend it as a place to visit. I still recommend it as a place to visit. You know what I mean? I feel like I said, it's a very positive country. I really enjoyed my time there. You know, and really, I think people, and this is what I'm trying to say within this whole live stream, is that a lot of people can't really see reality. And what I mean by that is, spare not the rod from the child. You know what I mean? Spare not the rod from the child. They're basically speaking in Swahili, saying you are just angry that you don't get special treatment and you should be a regular person to just live in TZ. Oh, okay. I got you. But no, Eddie's not a regular human being. You know, I'm not a regular human being in all senses of the word. You know, I'm not a normal human. If you go to where I come from, uh, I'm not even Budlong, homicide capital of LA. You won't find anybody. You won't find anybody who has been able to do half the things that I've been able to do. And again, we give our praise to the Most High. You know what I mean, for choosing me out of those people to go ahead and make it to where I am now. But he didn't choose me out of all those people to be a normal human being. You know what I mean? So I don't consider myself to be normal, nor do I consider myself to be regular in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't mean that I think I'm above anybody, but it just means that, I don't hold myself to a standard of a regular human being. You know. But as I said, that's why they keep talking in Swahili and switching back to English, just how they do when you're in a store, small talking crap. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's just how it is always. Shane. This it's a Bertha character. You know what I mean? Bertha and City Link Project. They're two very funny individuals. On the fact that they've probably been watching me for a very long time. You know what I mean? And I motivate them. I'm in their house right now. I'm in their car right now. I'm in their pocket all day. They're waiting for when Eddie's gonna make the next piece of content. I'm a part of their lives, yet they're very insignificant to me. I know nothing about them. And Nipsey Hussle spoke about that a lot. Is I know you heard of me, but I haven't heard of you, and that's the part that make your head hurt. And big up to Nipsey Hussle. He helped me. He helped me to realize a lot of things, but for the most part, it's hard not to, you know what I mean? It's hard not to be inspired by what it is that I do. You know what I mean? It's hard not to be inspired by what it is that I do. They love 150 Dream Team. They can't wait to see more of me and different things of that nature. Which is why I say I'm not a normal human being. People spend their lives. It's just like this. If they really didn't like No Limit Eddie and the content that's produced on the channel, why would they be in this live stream for hours? We can go back into when they dropped the first comment. They've been in here for hours. So it's really that they love No Limit Eddie. You know what I mean? It's really that they may even want to be No Limit Eddie. And it's a real reality that you got to embrace. You know what I mean? That you just have to accept whenever you do this type of social media type of activities. And like I said, I can never be a normal human being. They want me to be normal like them, but in reality, what they were saying by that is they want to not be normal. And this might be the most shine they ever got. Their entire life. And I'm positive that I was able to do that for them. I'm very positive that I was able to do that for them. They know your whole story. Haha. Some people. Oh yeah. Let me throw down a wrench. They know my whole life story. You know what I mean? And some people really just want to, Adam, you should be straight now. And some people really just, admire me to the extent to where they can't even express the love that they have for me. You know what I mean? Which I respect. The kind of recent observation, you are better off staying away from African cities. Hey, they always need attention. They always need attention. Shay, don't block them. I speak Swahili. It's all good. They're just expressing themselves. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I really, it's just the thing about it, Tamara and Tanzania, they'll be back. They'll be back. And in fact, I think when you block them, you just can't comment, but they're still watching. You know what I mean? They're still watching. It's just like this. If I don't like somebody, I don't watch any more than 5 seconds of their content. And once I find out I don't like them, you know, um, you know, That's just how I live. And so that means they gotta love 150. You know, been watching me for months. Really been watching me for over a year. You know, so it's kind of crazy to me. But you know what I mean. At the same time, like I said, when the haters come up, you know what I mean. The money typically increases as well. So this will probably be a good month for me on YouTube. So big ups to anybody who has any despicable things to say about me. But at the same time, let's promote some products as well. Let's promote some more products. If you guys want to understand, hey, how's Eddie able to afford to maintain himself over in Africa? Very simple. It's the way that I think about money. I think about money very differently than most people. Click that link that I just dropped into the chat right now. Pick up a copy of my book, Why Everything You Know About Money Is Wrong. Why everything, Eddie, fair enough, right? Why everything you know about money is wrong. You know, you guys need to pick up a copy of that book. I'm going to basically explain to you guys the history about money, how money works, and essentially the way I think about it. You know what I mean? My rules of money. You know what I mean? Let's forget about the whole save a penny. You know, a penny saved is a penny earned. That's a lie. Money doesn't grow on trees. That's a lie. You know, all the stuff you talk about money is usually a lie. And the only thing you're taught about money is how to save it. You're not taught how to make it, how to multiply it, how to keep it. You know, you're not taught anything like that about money. You're just taught how to save it. And most people can't save. Let me tell you the saddest fact that I learned while researching for the book. 60% of Americans, 6 out of 10, would have a hard time paying a $400 emergency. You understand? If a $400 emergency came up, they would have a difficult time or be unable to pay it. And you live in America, the most prosperous country in the world, a $3 trillion economy, and you can't pull $400 out. If that's not despicable, I don't know really what is. You know, so that either means America is significantly overpriced, which it is, or you're following the wrong set of rules around money. You know, you're following the wrong set of rules around money. And I think it's a mixture of both. But at the end of the day, even if you're following the wrong set of rules around money, like, you know, if you can't pull $400 out of a $3 trillion economy, that's a significant problem. You know what I mean? That's a significant shortcoming. And so the purpose of this book is really to help people out and give people a different perspective of how to view money and how to see money. You know what I mean? And this is why I say, if you're struggling in America, don't come to Africa, right? If you can't get money in a $3 trillion economy, you can't get money in Africa. Like, I don't care who you are. You know, Houdini can't do it. You know what I mean? It's just you gotta know how to make money wherever you are. You know what I mean? And you know that's something that Shan can tell you. Any family member of mine can tell you. You know what I mean? Any friend of mine can tell you. My relationship with money has never really been negative. I've never been seen as a waster, somebody who just squanders with the money and different things of that nature. But at the same time, I don't, like I said, I'm not a normal human being. So I don't follow the normal rules about making money. So pick up a copy of that book, Why Everything You Know About Money Is Wrong. At the same time, if you want to understand how to write good sales copy, you guys want to understand how to really generate revenue, you guys need to go to my page right here and pick up a copy of the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. Look at that page. Look at the sales video. Look at the sales copy on there. Look at how I build things out. Look how I add in the bonuses. You know what I mean? Teaching you guys really how to make money in the easiest way. You can really just copy me and more likely get some success, So definitely click the link that is dropped into the chat. Pick up the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. Pick up the Ultimate African Relocation Guide and pick up the Why Everything You Know About Money Is Wrong as well. Click that link and buy now. Yeah. I always have my email open, so we see the sales as they come in, and I appreciate everybody who's been buying and things of that nature. I really appreciate it. It really, for the most part, is my contribution to the streets. You got to feed the streets. You got to feed the streets. Maybe I love Tanzania because I love the people, their language and story. Governments being whack or not, don't factor into that. That's separate. For sure. Big ups to Daryl. Appreciate you for that comment. I'm buying your book, bro, this week. Okay, most definitely. Everybody, feel free to talk anything you want to talk. You know what I mean? If you have anything to say against me, speak it now. Speak your piece. You know how that goes. Speak your piece, guys. But I gotta really, my phone is burning up hot. Speaking of that, I ordered a new phone, guys. But it's gonna be a Xiaomi. This is the most expensive phone that I bought in a very long time. I usually buy phones that are just around $99 and stuff. I'm a big fan of Metro PCS. I really enjoy Metro PCS. So I would just go in from time to time when my phone got cracked, and then just purchase a new one. What's the cheapest one you guys got? That's touchscreen. Find it and then get it. But here on the continent, electronics are a little bit more expensive. So I've had to spend more than I would normally want to spend. But it should be a pretty good phone. It's a Xiaomi Note 9S. And Xiaomi apparently is a pretty big brand across the world. It just wasn't very big in America, but it's pretty big across other places in the world. So that's what I ended up getting. So that's gonna be my new local phone. So of course I'm excited about it. Any more comments? Any more comments? If not, we'll go ahead and end the stream off right around now. My phone is filthy hot. I can't even hold it. Oh, let me plug this in. Okay, let's read the comments. All right. I'm trying to let my phone charge and stuff. My book next week. What do you think your cost? What do you think your monthly cost of living is in Egypt? Man, I'll be honest with you. Like, I would say I'll be surprised if I spend more than $600 a month in Egypt. I will be very surprised if I think I spend more than $600 a month in Egypt. Like, and that's motorcycle, that's food. No, well, food is expensive mostly because I like to do a little ordering out, and it's not very difficult to spend $10 a day on that. So let's not talk about food. Not talking about food. There's bills, utilities, grocery shopping, and stuff like that. Minus ordering out. I'd be surprised if I spend more than like $600 a month. Eddie, you are smart and knowledgeable. I don't want to be that cyber auntie, but you're gonna need to get you a wifey. I agree to that point. But you know, yeah, I agree to that point. Including food and all expenses. That's good. Well, including food and all expenses. If I order out, let's say 5 times a week, $50 a week. That's 50-50. That's 100, 200 maybe. Um, yeah, yeah. I'd say $600 a month, maybe. Like even that. Like cost of living in Egypt is pretty minuscule. I would say it's pretty minuscule. The most expensive thing you really will face is if you take Ubers a lot. Those will, of course, those add up because they can be $5 a pop, sometimes even more. $5 going, $5 coming. That's $10 right there just on the Uber. But again, a shout out to my dad for getting the bikes. That's been saving me tremendously. Yeah, that's gonna be a most of the thing more than likely. Rent is affordable. Everything's pretty much affordable here, so I can't complain. I'm glad to have Uber because taxis are much more expensive. They got taxis here too. They got taxis here as well, but they got Uber as well. So I prefer Uber personally, but at the same time, they got the local taxis, and depending on every different cities, we have in different transportation too. But yeah, I prefer Uber. Easy M, what up? Easy in, man. You basically about to end this live stream off, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, we just we're on here talking positive. You know, of course, I think I really may have inspired a lot of people, gave a lot of people hope. You know, people who really hate me. You know, I think we gave them maybe a lot of hope today and a lot of inspiration today to go out and become greater versions of themselves. You know, and so that's always a good thing to do. That's always a good thing to do. And of course, they significantly increased the engagement on this live stream by leaving so many comments. That's why I really didn't care what they said in Swahili. They left so many comments that it was overly ambitious for them, and they really were my two biggest supporters. And really, when you really think about it, two grown people, maybe two grown men, potentially having a conversation about another grown man full time, speaking in two different languages, speaking about me in multiple different languages. You know, like if that don't show you I'm not a normal human being, I don't know what really can. You know, it's very interesting to me and very enthusiastic of how much I inspire people to really speak about me. But anyway, that's besides the point, man. I had a lot of fun talking very crazy today. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing? Oh wait, before we leave, you guys got to promote some products. On a sign out note, if you're interested in relocating to the continent, feel free to pick up a copy of the Ultimate African Relocation Guide. Definitely pick a copy of that. Answering 100 plus of the most commonly asked questions. You need to pick that up almost immediately if you're looking to visit the continent or if you're looking to travel to the continent. Pick it up. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all willing? Peace.